welcome to This Week in Golf at Blue Rock Golf Course. I'm Matt Pitta, Nick Wiseman, our PGA pro here at Blue Rock, our co-host every week. And man, mid-September, Nick, the golfing weather continues. I mean,
it does indeed.
I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than this.
No.
Another day, folks, when we put this program together for you each week, we sit outside here on the deck at Blue Rock, and this is what Blue Rock looks like every day, right? No AI, no green screen.
Nope.
And the course has just been in spectacular shape all summer, thanks to Wes.
Thanks to
and
Wes
his team,
and his crew, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been amazing. So anyway, let's get right into it. We've got a bunch of things to talk about this week as we bring you your local golf content. So we love to talk about some of these local kids, Nick, because we're really excited about the locals program we have here too. So the Cape Cod Times this week out with a piece that throughout the boys' golf season for high school this year, they're going to come out with their starting 8 each week on how they would line up their card. And we've got some local talent in here that you're very familiar with that
we do.
You're under your tutelage. So we want to recognize them and congratulate them on this week's pairing of 8, if you will. Blaze Chatney from Sandwich, right?
Yeah, great player.
Yep. Oliver Smith from Nauset, congratulations. Colin Gleason, Barnstable.
Yeah, we know Colin well. We've taught him since he was shorter than me, so pretty darn short. And now he's a rising player. He's awesome. Great kid, great player.
Right.
Yeah.
For a lot of these kids, they have probably college golf in the future if they want to go to school as well, right? So how does that whole work, in terms of recruitment for golf? Are there golf recruiters at the college level that are down here checking out the high schoolers?
Yeah, checking out the high schoolers, perhaps maybe not in some of the smaller matches, but a lot of guys like Colin and Blaze, they'll play a lot of tournaments, AJGA stuff and Cape Cod Junior tours, certain things like that. So they'll find a couple of scouts here and there, and they'll get the word out for sure. And certainly the Cape Cod Times help with promoting some of these players, and it's well deserved. These guys are very good. I mean, Blaze is going to shoot, under par. So is Colin every once in a while, and that's a pretty darn good score, right? Especially getting up towards the college level. So Colin's a senior. So he's looking into some D1, some D2 schools, and it may very well be part of his future. But if it is, that's a bonus, right? A guy like Colin, he's working on himself first. He's working on, his schools, how to be a good person in general, and then he's a heck of a golfer. So it's just a bonus for all these guys, and if they can make a career out of it, great, good on them.
Right. Let's recognize the rest. Alex Saunders from Sturgis West, Jacoby Light from the Vineyard, Will Doherty from Barnstable, Peter Williamson from the Vineyard, and Chris Morn from Cape Tech.
Yeah.
For a lot of these guys, and the women too, when they're maybe thinking about college, if you really want to have a go at it for a golf career, do you really have to go to college basically in the Southwest or Florida where you are going to be able to legit play golf all year? Does that matter?
It does, depending on how much you want to, how far you want to take it, right? If you're going to, if you truly want to make a living out of this, and we're talking about the 1%, just like any, any sport out there, then yeah, playing year round and all that. I mean, personally, I went to school. I went to Hartwood College in upstate New York, and it was a small little D3 school, and we're practicing in the batting cages inside because the snow hits pretty darn early. Exactly. So, and bigger schools, there's a bigger pool, a bigger crop. Big schools like Coastal Carolina and Florida State and all those guys in Arizona State. They always have those top teams because they're surrounded by beautiful golf courses. They can play year round. They've got good quality coaches that really know what they're doing to take their game to the next level. So, it all depends on what they certainly want to do. But we're not too shabby around here either, right? $400 membership for juniors for what we offer for Blue Rock, unlimited golf. Other municipal golf courses around here do the same thing, have a lot of junior deals too. So we've got the advantage where kids can play a lot throughout the summer, and as you notice, I mean, it's September, October would be just as good. We can play up until December too, so it's not. We can play quite a bit of golf. Spring gets a little shady, but
Yeah, this is a perfect golf day.
Yeah.
No humidity here right now in the Cape. Perfect golf day. So speaking of perfect golf days and Blue Rock, we have the par 3 coming up just under a month from now as we're putting the show together. A few more slots are still available, so we encourage you, if you want to play in our par 3 championship, to go online to bluerockgolfcourse.com. folks are getting excited about this. More applications came in this weekend.
They did indeed.
Give us a little overview of what the par 3 will be about this year.
Yeah, and for us right now, this is the exciting time because we're starting to put the cap on things, right? We're starting to plan, okay, who pairs with who. I know a lot of people are requesting that, what holes they start on in the format and how we're going to start to lay out the small little nitty gritty of it, how to make it look good, how to present it. So this is, as we've noticed now for a couple of weeks in a row, this is our big tournament. It's our big par 3 tournament, and people come from all over the place, cross country, which is very, very cool to see. So good solid competition, two ball best ball format, not a scramble. A lot of people confuse scramble and best ball. So it is your own score with you and your partner, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're looking, if you've been procrastinating and kind of pushing it off, I want to do it. Well, we only got a couple of spots left, so I'd book it now if you're interested.
Sounds good. BlueRockGolfCourse.com. Let's talk a little bit about what happened in the pros. Everyone's gearing up and tuning up for the Ryder Cup over the weekend. My guy, Scotty Scheffler, out in Napa at the Pro Tour Championship, a little Ryder Cup prep, managed to pull another one off. And again, we've talked about it before, but he's really, I think, having an amazing year for Scotty.
Yep.
And it was a pretty good run as well for everyone else that was on the team or is on the team. Scheffler and Griffin duked it out on Sunday. J.J. Spawn, Cameron Young, each carding top 10 finishes. So at this point, when you're prepping for one of the biggest events on the golf calendar, how important are these events? Number one, tuning up the game, but not getting hurt as well, right? Yeah. So how do you strike that balance?
Yeah, putting your best foot forward and putting yourself in the position to play your best golf. And actually, it was kind of funny. I read an article this morning. I forget the name of the golfer that said this, but he basically said, listen, this guy's just kind of using this as a tune-up for the Ryder Cup, and I'm playing the best golf of my life, and I kind of wish he wasn't there to show me up. Otherwise, I would have won, right? But, right. These guys they're that good, and the details matter. And that's what they're taking care of right now. They're playing, they're worrying about the camaraderie with the team. They're playing around other Ryder Cup teammates, right? So they're starting to work on the details of their game and finalize for what they consider, one of the best. And this is their Olympics for them, basically.
Absolutely, can't wait for the Ryder Cup. It's always a great weekend. I need to make sure I'm near TV at all times during Ryder Cup weekend coming up.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal.
On the women's side, man, a great victory, but man, what a heartbreak, Nick. And talk a little bit here about what goes through the golfer's mind when this happens. So after holding a 54-hole lead and being neck and neck with Gino Thitticol coming down to the stretch on Sunday at the Kroger Queen City Championship, Charlie Hull pulled off the win. Don't want to take anything away from her. She had an amazing round, but Thitticol surprisingly 4-putted the final green for a bogey to post a 72, and that was the match right there.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of a blow up at the end, right?
Yeah, it is. Like you said, not to take anything away from Charlie Hull, because she's an amazing golfer in her own right. But if you 4-putt for a bogey, it means you're on 2. It means you've got to have something in your brain kind of already perhaps cashing it in, right? You have a shot for eagle, birdie, maybe par at the worst, and when you're on in 2, a par feels like it's more of a bogey. It would be very, very, very interesting to find out how she bounces back, because that is gut-wrenching. I remember growing up, being in high school matches, hearing kids yell out, "I just 4-putted," just at the disgust of themselves. And here are the best of the best doing stuff like that. So it's definitely a mental game. We all know that. I'd be very curious if she kind of backtracks a little bit and she talks a little bit when she's ready. Where was her mindset for some of those putts?
But still a great game for Charlie Hull. Congratulations to her. And I'm happy if I 4-putt every. I'm just saying. That's the way it is. So. As we head into the fall here, we've got a lot of great programs at Blue Rock. A lot of lessons are going to be still available. So take us through the menu of what's available when it comes to your teaching and you and your team over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so, people are actually a little surprised. I've had some lessons throughout the week and throughout last week. Well, they said, okay, well, I'm going to kind of start wrapping things up, and I'm going, why? we teach inside, and the building is going to be open, so we teach inside year round. If it's snowing out, we've got the heat.
Right.
If it's raining out, we'll come inside, and we've got just wonderful technology that can help us see exactly what's going on. In fact, we use it for summer days. So lessons will continue to go on year round. We've got multiple opportunities, not just for myself, but Kevin Esco and Connor Doyle, and like we said in the past, we're growing the team. So. And the idea is to be able to do it year round. So we've got to stay tuned for a couple different options in terms of what we can offer. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag quite yet, but regardless, lessons are happening year round here.
Yeah, we'll be telling folks all about that as we roll into the fall. So, all right, BlueRockGolfCourse.com, par 3, anything about Blue Rock, you can make a tee time 24/7. If you wake up at 2 in the morning and decide you want to go golfing that day, just make your tee time, and we'll see you out here. So, all right, Nick, have a great week out here. It's another beautiful day out there.
That's awesome.
And we'll see all of you on the next episode of This Week in Golf at Blue Rock Golf Course.